This is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNNLive, and we're at the Small Cap Discoveries Conference 2019 in Vancouver, BC. With me right now is Steve Saviuk from Valeo Pharma. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is VPH on the CSE. Steve, welcome to SNNLive.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. So for our audience, let's start off with an overview of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Valeo Pharma is a Canadian-based specialty pharma company based in Montreal. We're an in-licenser of innovative proprietary drugs in 3 therapeutic areas.
So let's get a history of the company. When did it start, and how did it develop to where it's currently at today?
It was founded in 2003 by myself and several colleagues. We built a dermatology and hospital specialty portfolio. We sold our assets to Valeant in 2014 for about $27 million and have rebuilt the company in other therapeutic areas ever since.
So what would you say makes the company different and unique when compared to some of your peers out there?
I think it's a question of therapeutic focus. We're focused on, as I mentioned earlier, 3 therapeutic areas, oncology, neurology, and hospital specialty. And I think it's just this focus on areas which none of our peers really, hospital specialty possibly, but oncology and neurology don't seem to get a lot of attention from our peer group. So it's knowing what you're good at, having a focus on an area, and really driving and sticking to that therapeutic area.
And what's the size of the target markets collectively?
In Canada, it's many hundreds of millions. It's certainly not the market. We were in dermatology. Dermatology was I loved the derm business. I loved the dermatologists. The derm market in Canada was relatively small. So when we divested that to Valeant, what we wanted to move towards were areas where, with a relatively targeted sales force, we could address much larger markets. So, the neurology market, as the Canadian population ages, and specifically within neurology, we're looking at neurodegenerative diseases such as Parkinson's disease, where we've launched a product this summer. These are areas that are growing at a relatively rapid rate.
And you alluded to this a little bit in your opening and history, but let's get a full picture. What's your background, and how did you come into all this?
I guess my professional background was as a CPA, and I co-founded Valeo in 2003. I've always been interested in life sciences. I'm the CEO of the company. I remain the CEO to this date. And I just love what we're doing. We're helping Canadians. We're bringing innovative products to Canadians, products that might not otherwise get here because the innovators in U.S., Europe, or Asia have not necessarily, they don't set their sights on Canada. It's a relatively small market from their perspective. And it's companies such as Valeo and some of our peers that allow these products to actually benefit Canadians.
And then from what you can tell us, what are some of the things our audience can expect from the company for the rest of the year going into 2020?
I would say increased awareness of OnStrive, which is our first-in-class drug for the treatment of Parkinson's disease, the first new drug launched for the treatment of Parkinson's in 13 years in Canada. We will be launching a couple more drugs later next year, which will have a significant impact on our revenues and also bring a real therapeutic benefit to Canadians suffering in cancer and in other therapeutic or in other disease states.
And where can our audience go and find more information about Valeo?
Our website, valeopharma.com. Take a look and drop us a line if you have any comments, and we look forward to being here next year, as I mentioned, with an expanded portfolio of products and some interesting updates on where we are with OnStrive and our other drugs.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNNLive, and we are at the Small Cap Discoveries Conference 2019 in Vancouver, BC. With me again has been Steve Saviuk from Valeo Pharma, publicly traded company. The symbol is VPH on the CSE. Steve, it was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Real pleasure.